Good morning to all viewers across Europe. Good morning and welcome to the draw for the FIBA Europe Cup regular season 2020-2021, here from the Hilton Airport Hotel in Munich. My name is Ljubomir Mandić, Head of Competitions for FIBA Europe, and I will be your moderator for the draw this morning. And to start with a few welcome words, I would quickly ask on stage the FIBA Executive Director Europe, Mr. Kamil Novak.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. From Munich, it's my pleasure here to welcome you to the draw of the FIBA Europe Cup season 2020 and 2021. We are in the middle of very difficult times, of challenging times. It is new experience, not only for us as an organization, it's also an experience and also a challenge for the whole society. The season 2019-2020 was interrupted. Also in most of the countries, the season was not played to the end. In many countries, not even a champion was announced. But I believe that in basketball, but also in the world of sports, everybody has adjusted. We know that we have to be very flexible, also innovative, in order to bring our game again back on court. This is also the reason why we are here. Even in these challenging times, we have teams from 20 countries in Europe registered for the FIBA Europe Cup. Obviously, there will be teams coming from the Basketball Champions League qualification. I am very confident, and we are all very confident, that we will have again a high-level competition. I'm very confident that we will manage, even in these difficult times, all our competitions. And of course, the wish is that also our fans will be able to follow the games, not only on the screens, not only via statistics, but also being personally, physically present in the arenas and support their teams. So here I would like to wish all the teams the best of luck for the draw, but also good hands in choosing the players. And of course, and this is the most important thing, stay all healthy, stay all safe, and have a good season. Thank you very much.
Thank you to Mr. Novak. So, before we start with the draw, a little bit of information about the FIBA Europe Cup season 2020-2021. 16 clubs have registered directly for the FIBA Europe Cup. Additionally, 12 clubs from the Basketball Champions League qualification rounds have opted in to participate in the FIBA Europe Cup in case they do not reach the BCL regular season, out of which a maximum of 11 will join the FIBA Europe Cup. So makes up a total of up to 27 clubs in the FIBA Europe Cup season, which we will draw today. But before we start with the draw, let's have a quick look at the highlights of the season 2019-2020.
Jamal Jones çembere gitti. Maçın en güzel hareketi şu ana kadar.
Het zal misschien lastig worden voor Leiden om... Oeh!
Oh! 33e point personnel pour Anthony Mills ce soir.
Çıkarttı. Jared Jordan tepeden. Atışı isabetli olmadı. Trey Golden araya girdi. London Parentis. Trey Golden'a bıraktı. Trey Golden. Cameron Clark. Muhteşem Parentis. Trey Golden'a bıraktı. Cameron Clark.
Okay, hopefully we will be back on the court with some new highlights very soon. And to be able to do that, we will now perform the draw for the FIBA Europe Cup regular season 2020-2021. In order to perform the draw, first I would like to ask on stage my colleague from the competitions department, Mr. Gintaras Leonavicius. And it is also my pleasure to welcome our special guest for the draw today, former Germany international Jan Jagla. A few words on the draw procedure for today. There are a few restrictions for this draw, as we have 27 clubs to be drawn in 7 groups, meaning we will draw 6 groups of 4 and 1 group of 3. Group G will be automatically the group of 3 teams. That's the first restriction. Second of all, there's a country restriction in place, meaning that a maximum of 2 clubs from the same country can be in the same group. Additionally, by a decision of the board of FIBA Europe, clubs from Ukraine cannot be drawn in the same group with clubs from Russia, so we will have to take care of that too. And last but not least, and now you see the seeds here, last but not least, the teams marked with asterisks are the ones that can potentially advance to the BCL regular season. So therefore we will make sure that each group of 4, meaning groups A to F, will have a maximum of 1 of those clubs in it. Sounds complicated, but we will surely get there, and we should be now ready to start with the draw for seed 1. That's Egis Körment from Hungary into Group A. The winner of the BCL qualification round pairing between Balkan Botivgrad from Bulgaria and Smoky Minsk from Belarus into Group B. Ironi Nez Ziona from Israel into Group C. The Bakken Bears from Denmark into Group D. This is the loser of the BCL qualification round 1 pairing between Dnipro from Ukraine and Donar from the Netherlands into Group E. Okay, the loser of the BCL qualification round 2 pairing of the winner of Keravnos Iraklis and Dnipro Donar into Group F. And finally, the loser of the qualification round 1 pairing between Balkan Botivgrad and Smoky Minsk into Group G. Let's have a quick look at how the teams spread across the group so far. Körment from Hungary in Group A, the winner of Balkan Smoky in Group B, Ironi Nez Ziona in C, the Bakken Bears in D, the loser of Dnipro Donar in E, the loser from the second qualification round, Dnipro Donar versus Keravnos Iraklis in F, and the loser of Balkan Smoky in G. We will now move on to draw the teams from Seed 2 with the restriction that the teams marked with an asterisk, the winner of Belfius versus Anvil, will not be able to go into either Group B or D, as those groups already have a team with an asterisk in them. Ready to start and continue with drawing seed number 2. This is the winner of Bonds versus Anwil Włocławek. Then they can go into Group A. BC Kiev Basket from Ukraine into Group B. Szolnoki from Hungary into Group C. Oradea from Romania into Group D. The loser of the pairing Belfius Mons versus Anwil Włocławek into Group E. Mornar Bar from Montenegro into Group F. And last but not least, the Kapfenberg Bulls go into Group G. Let's have a quick look at the overview of the groups so far. Kermend and the winner of Belfius Anwil in Group A, the winner of Balkan Smoky and Kiev Basket in Group B, Ironin Siona and Szolnoki in Group C, the Bakken Bears and Oradea in D, two loser pairings from Dnipro Donar and Belfius Anwil in E, the loser of the second qualification round with Mornar Bar in Group F, and the loser of Balkan Smoky with Kapfenberg in Group G. Moving on to Seed 3, these are the teams that we will draw. The restrictions here, BC Parma being a Russian club will not be drawn in either Group B, E, or F, with potentially a Ukrainian team waiting. Also, the winner of Sporting versus Fribourg from the BCL qualification round cannot go into Group A, B, or D, meaning they have only a few groups potentially open for them. We should be ready to start with Seed 3. First team drawn is the winner of Sporting versus Fribourg, and the first available group for them is Group C. This is the loser of BCL qualification round 1, Iraklis and Keravnos. They can go in Group A. BC Rilski Sportist from Bulgaria into Group B. Sibiu from Romania goes into Group D, playing a derby. The loser of Sporting versus Fribourg from BCL qualification into Group E. The Heroes Den Bosch go into Group F. And last but not least, BC Parma from Russia into Group G. Here you have again the overview of the clubs spread across the different groups after Seed 3. And what remains to be drawn are teams from Seed 4. We have 6 teams here. They will be drawn in groups A to F, with the restriction that the London Lions only have 2 options to be drawn into, meaning group E or F, where we don't have any other team with an asterisk so far. Ready to start with Seed 4. Una Hotels Reggio Emilia from Italy will go into Group A. PC Prometei from Ukraine can go into Group B. Arget BM Slamstal from Ostrov in Poland into Group C. And Beşiktaş from Turkey into what looks like a quite difficult Group D. The London Lions finally into Group E. And that leaves us with BC Borisfen from Belarus into Group F. Again, here we have the overview of the groups as drawn so far, and all that's left for us to do right now is to draw the numbers for the lines to determine the order of play. With that said, teams from Seed 4 will automatically be assigned number 4, as there is an uneven number of teams in each group. And we will now draw the numbers 1 to 3 to determine the order of play for the other teams. We'll start with number 3. Number 1. And number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the draw for the FIBA Europe Cup regular season 2020-2021. I first want to thank both Gintaras and especially Jan for a very smooth draw. He's shown he has not lost the touch with the balls. And I want to conclude this morning by wishing all the participating clubs the best of luck in the upcoming season, but most importantly, everybody in the clubs and their families to stay safe and healthy, and hopefully we'll see each other back on the courts very soon. Thank you very much. Wir sind off, okay. And I want to conclude this morning by wishing all the participating clubs the best of luck in the upcoming season. But